every single little thing and just researched to make sure, you know, that I didn't believe in it, because you can't inherit your religion, you know, you have to discover it on your own. You know, I wasn't a hater of it before, you know, I never would like say anything bad about a Muslim, but I didn't know anything about it before. No one ever spoke to me about it. No one ever brought it up, which was sad. Now that I look back on it, it's very sad. I grew up in a very small town, very little, very close-minded people. They went to church on Sunday, but whatever they did during the rest of the week was whatever they wanted. And I grew up in a very religious family. Everyone was pretty on board with it. You know, everyone, grandma, grandpa, everybody. And I grew up in the church every day, and I loved it. And I started to grow up, and the emptiness inside me just built and built and built and built until high school, when I would do anything. I had clothes, I had cars, you know, I had everything that I really wanted, and it was still there. So by the time I graduated and I was 18 years old and I had my own house, which I'm living in still, I have a car, I had a job, I had money, I had a dog, I had everything. Everything you could think of, which made me happy for a little bit of time, but it was like every night I would still pray, so it was still like, I knew there was a God and all that, but I wanted something more, and I was praying for a man, of course, because that's what any high school age woman wants, is attention from a man. And I prayed for someone to make me better, and he answered my prayers that year. I was 18, it was November, and I met someone online, and it was so weird. This has never happened to me before, and we clicked in every single little thing. It was amazing. Like, we loved each other within the first week, and we were talking about marriage by like month 3. It was intense, and it was still intense. We still love each other. We continued our relationship for months and months, and he was a Muslim man, and I knew that from the beginning that he was. I was always very curious about it. I always asked questions, but he was not very open with me about it. But as the months went on and I became more open with him, I discovered that I was still yearning for something. I still wanted something. I still had that emptiness in my soul, and now I even had a boyfriend, and nothing was solving it. Like, I even had a guy, a great guy, and I began, you know, by just locking myself in my bedroom and researching everything, and I just looked stuff up. Every single religion, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, like every single little thing, and just researched to make sure, you know, that I didn't believe in it, because you can't inherit your religion, you know, you have to discover it on your own. And so I found Islam. It pulled my heart. Like, let me tell you, I locked myself in my room every single day. That's all I wanted to do, was look up YouTube videos, Wikipedia pages, forums, anything that I could get my hands on, books, anything. I was addicted to it, and I immediately decided that I wanted to become a Muslim. Well, one of the biggest things that really struck me, that made me realize how real it was that I dropped all my bad habits. All of them. Like, I was smoking, drinking, I was doing it all. I stopped everything. And that was amazing. That felt so good, and it was like, this is really happening. And he helped me so much with my heart and realizing this is what you really want. So I continued on, and I said my Shahada with a religious leader, and I did everything that I had to do, and I'm learning how to pray right now, but I'm still learning, and it's just been an amazing journey. It's still not over yet, but I gave up everything. You know, I really separated myself from the negative people in my life, and I separated every bad thing that I was doing out of my life, and I also, you know, I left the guy that I was with just because it's not okay to not be in a relationship, and we were not in a relationship. I mean, we were not married, so it was against the rules of Islam. I don't know what to say. It is indescribable. I highly recommend that anyone who feels that emptiness in them to look into religion. Look into everything, because you never know what you're going to believe. You never know what your heart really wants until you research and look into things. And just because, you know, Muslims in America right now are not exactly what you want to be, but I believe in everything in Islam, and it's right, and it's peaceful, and it's perfect, and that's what I believe. And it doesn't matter what other people think, because they don't understand.